People are often surprised to learn that Chevrolet is the sales leader in the highest volume segment in the industry, mid-size cars. Though other manufacturers may have greater sales when comparing individual models, Chevy provides far more choices with a wide range of mid-size models. After all, one vehicle can't be everything to all buyers. Impala, Chevrolet's flagship midsize sedan with the highest owner loyalty in its class, gets a complete redesign this year. More so than ever before, Impala is the smart choice for premium midsize sedan buyers who want captivating performance and unparalleled comfort combined with traditional Chevrolet value. Now let's meet your host, a well-known automotive journalist who's here to help you learn how to successfully sell the new Impala.
Hello, I'm John Davis of the television series Motor Week. I make my living evaluating new cars and trucks, so I don't have to tell you that while every part of the new car and truck market is highly competitive today, none is more so than the mainstream family sedan. So I'm always on the lookout for new entries and features that stand out from the crowd. That's what first turned my head about the all-new 2006 Chevrolet Impala. Available in LS, LT, LTZ, and hot SS trim, which now matches the trim levels in the rest of the Chevy lineup, the new Impala is a great family car concept. Mid-size outside for easy maneuverability around town, but full-size inside for exceptional long-distance comfort. That inside also sets new standards in functionality with one of the cleverest and most versatile rear seat designs ever put in a sedan. Then there is performance. This car marks the return of the small block V8 to the Impala for the first time since 1996. And the Impala is still front-wheel drive. The drivetrain layout overwhelmingly preferred by family sedan buyers for its safe and secure all-weather traction. And on the subject of safety, finding out that every new Impala includes side curtain airbags was another eye-opener for me. On this disc, we'll explore the new Impala in great detail, and we'll also address its able competition. It's a crowded family sedan market out there, and there are plenty of choices, but we'll focus on the heavy hitters. The Honda Accord, the Toyota Camry, and the new for 2005 Ford 500. In addition, we'll also look at the Nissan Altima, as well as the new for 2005 Chrysler 300, and the 2006 Dodge Charger. Since we've got a lot of ground to cover, let's get going. One look and you know that the 2006 Chevrolet Impala is not just new, it's different. Outside is a fresh exterior design with all new styling. The revamped look is, in a few words, sleek, sporty, and refined.
Impala for '06 is all new, both interior and exterior. We've completely refreshed the exterior of the car, made a much sleeker appearance. We moved the base of the A-pillars forward by 50 millimeters, which allowed us to give it a more sleek appearance. We've rounded the front end, which made the styling cues much sharper, much better than today's car, also aerodynamic. We've added very stylish headlamps that really kind of pop at you, that give you that kind of jewel effect. We've done the same thing with the tail lamps, a real jewel quality appearance of the tail lamps. Also, the headlights are very bright. It allows you to see very, very far down the road. And there's a broad range on the headlights, which allow you to see to the side as well. In addition to that, every panel on the exterior of the car is new. So it's completely restyled for '06. Much a sharper appearance than what the '05 was, even though the '05 was a good car as well. We've also added some nice features like bright moldings around the windows, nice stylish mirrors on the car. We've added what we call flat blade wipers, which are very stylish. They also perform very well. The tire to body distance is much smaller than the previous car, which gives you a much more stylish appearance. We've also widened the track, which adds to the performance and handling of the car. So all around, it's just one great vehicle.
From body panels to glass to lights to wheels, virtually everything you can see on the 2006 Impala is new. The front end has a wider, more substantial stance. The hood, with its slight power bulge, arches quickly down towards the road, with a race car style slotted grille and deep lower air intake looking like it's ready to gobble up the pavement. There is a louver pattern on all but the SS. For a sportier look, the SS gets a unique diamond pattern inside its split dual grille and a special fog lamp design. The wraparound jeweled headlights and high front fender shapes remind me a lot of the 2003 Super Sport concept that got rave reviews from the press and public alike. Down below are available halogen projector beam fog lamps that are set deep in their own side grille openings. Nice detail. On the profile, I think the Impala is properly deceptive. Excellent proportions, lots of glass, and the fast arching 6-side window cabin give this car a low and ground-hugging look. But in reality, with the more rounded A-pillars that have been moved forward, larger C-pillars and sail panels that have been moved further back, and the high shoulder area at the rear fenders, interior and trunk space have not been compromised. Along the way, we have 0 decibel outside mirrors and beefy grab-style door handles. As for wheels, substantial 16, 17, and 18 inches are the Impala fitment. You need big wheels to fill up the big wheel wells on a big car. Otherwise, it looks like a watermelon on roller skates. Wheels and tires are sized to match each engine. All of the wheel designs are traditional Chevy 5-spoke with exposed lug nut styling. They look sporty and substantial, just like the rest of Impala's design. Impala's rear styling is especially clean and handsome. Big jewel-like tail lamps rounding the rear fenders. The deck lid is high and flat for great cargo room, and it's a perfect spot for a rear spoiler. One is available on the LT and standard on the LTZ, with a more aggressive, sportier spoiler included on the SS. Impalas with a 3.9 V6 and small block V8 also get dual exhaust tips that extend through bumper fascia cutouts. They're chrome finished on the SS for a proper ending. One more subtle SS item, body color trim along the bottom of the deck lid. Other Impalas get bright work here. Let's take a moment to hear what Jack Keebler, GM's Director of Vehicle Analysis, has to say about Impala's design and styling.
The thing that's captured my interest about the new Impala from a perspective of both the interior and exterior is sort of tasteful restraint. The point about the Impala is that we're trying to appeal to a very broad demographic, a lot of different types of buyers. You can take this car anywhere, it looks great. This vehicle is a very tasteful execution on a mid-size platform. Chevrolet is, again, about tasteful restraint and about enduring design, and I think that's more like what our Impala is.
Both the Toyota Camry and Honda Accord fall into the generic or semi-appliance category. Smaller shapes, less aggressive, and instantly forgettable. I also put the Ford 500 in that category. It is a little too understated and just doesn't stand out in a crowd. On the other hand, the Chrysler 300 and Dodge Charger, siblings built on the same platform, are clearly retro, updates of classic 50s and 60s Detroit iron designs. That leaves them a little bloated for my taste and not very with it. Window area is also short or chopped, and that compromises outward visibility. The Dodge Charger has a fast coupe-style rear roofline that makes getting in the back seat a real headbender. The Nissan Altima is sleeker than any other Impala rival, but it looks ill-proportioned to me. Too much body overhang. It makes the chassis look short, as if the body is too big for the frame. It does have 17 and 18-inch wheels and a substantial look, but the Altima is not as well balanced as the 2006 Chevrolet Impala. Overall, the new Impala is a great-looking car with a more stylish, athletic, and refined appearance that is sure to please the eye. When I road test a new car, I spend a lot of time on interior design. Not just what it looks like or details such as switches, but how much room there is inside compared to how much car there is outside. Generous interior room indicates to me the engineers did a good job of packaging. Moreover, a roomy car is also normally a comfortable car. Indeed, comfort is one of the main reasons buyers select mid-size sedans in the first place. This is another area that I think the 2006 Chevrolet Impala excels. Impala designers not only made the interior extremely spacious by the numbers, most passenger dimensions have improved, it also looks and feels roomier. It appeals to the senses with a heightened feeling of spaciousness. This results in part from a new instrument panel that has a flowing design that wraps from door to door. Plus, the panel also moves away from the occupants at the top. It doesn't make you feel pinned in. The windshield and door pillars are also slimmer, so outward visibility is better. You also have lots of windshield and tall windows for a wide open environment. Colors play a part too. Contrasting two-tone interior materials add light and an openness that is hard to achieve with a single color. This openness also lets you notice the Impala's premium level of craftsmanship. The instrument panel has an unexpected double cockpit top that is reminiscent of early Corvettes. The seats have cleaner shapes and sew patterns that are a mark of modern sophisticated design. And most materials have that low gloss sheen that consumers look for as a mark of quality. Tasteful use of premium trim on all models is another attribute that distances Impala from other cars in its class. Fine wood grain trim is standard on LS, LT, and LTZ and available on the SS. Sporty brushed metallic trim is available on the LT and LTZ, while serious techno metallic trim fits the SS perfectly. They all work well with the many chrome details throughout the cabin. Build quality appears high as well. Very tight seams, and in fact, very few of them. The center stack is cohesive and seamless, well integrated into a single component. It reminds me of the best European luxury cars. Controls are large and well placed. Nothing is a long reach for either the driver or passenger. And frequently used switchgear, like the climate control and stereo, are big with a soft touch feel. There's a comfortable to hold 4-spoke steering wheel with integrated standard cruise control buttons. The full-size gauges have clear red pointers against icy blue backlighting and a standard driver's information center. Seats are a huge contributor to driving comfort, and the new Impala gets high marks here too. Seat cushions are more supportive without any loss in cushiony feel. 8-way power adjustment with manual lumbar support adjustment is included for the driver on all Impalas. A 6-way power passenger seat is also standard on LTZ and is available on 3LT and SS. The front bench seat, standard on the LS and LT and available on the LTZ, has evolved from the previous 60-40 split to a new 40-20-40 design. The center section flips forward to become an armrest console with dual cup holders. Remember that with the bench seat, Impala offers 6-passenger seating, something that its primary competitors, including the Ford 500, do not. Sporty front bucket seats with center armrest and a deep storage console are standard on the LTZ and SS and available on the LT. And completing the premium feel of Impala, soft nuanced leather seat trim is standard on LTZ and available on LT and SS, which includes power adjustments for both driver and front passenger, as well as heated front seats. Clearly, a lot of thought went into designing the Impala's new interior, and here's some additional insight.
Some of these mid-sized cars, they're ostensibly they're 5-passenger vehicles, but really that center seat in the rear on the rear bench is not really all that comfortable. And I mean, unless you're talking about transporting small children, it's not really someplace anybody would want to ride for any kind of distance. In an Impala, on the other hand, there really is enough room in the rear seat that if you had 5 adults that were going somewhere, they could all comfortably ride and ride for a considerable distance.
Besides being limited to 5-passenger status, Impala's rivals also lack much of its room, sophistication, and style. Impala also has more front seat, shoulder, and hip room than any competitor, and more overall interior space than the Honda Accord and Toyota Camry. Also, the Camry, the top seller in its class, is just too monotone inside, too bland and too much like an appliance. Even the Chrysler 300 could use more contrasting tones and wood grain to give its interior more light and life. Though Impala may be mid-size on the outside, the interior has the unparalleled comfort, room, and refinement of a full-size luxury sedan. Chevrolet is the industry leader in infusing their cars with much more of the interior design functionality that makes your utility vehicle so popular. So it should come as no surprise that with the introduction of the all-new 2006 Impala, Chevrolet breaks new ground in making a mid-size family car so much more than just another sedan. And it starts right here, in the back seat. While the competitors have a 60-40 split folding rear seat for carrying long loads, no rival can match Impala's versatility. Flip one or both bottom cushions forward to produce a tall vertical storage space. Underneath is a 4-inch deep divided molded cargo tray that is perfect for carrying loads that might otherwise be left flopping around in the trunk.
When vehicle manufacturers do a vehicle, they always look for what they call wins. These are things that sort of surprise and delight customers. And one of the really cool things in the new Impala is our flip and fold rear seat. When you flip the seat cushion up, the bottom of the seat cushion has little hooks for hanging grocery bags. You're going to the store and you want to just load those through the door instead of putting them on the seat and then finding your oranges or soup cans scattered throughout the vehicle. And I think the customers are going to really enjoy having that kind of access and that kind of cargo capacity inside the cabin of the car without having to go to the trunk.
You can also fold the seat backs down to create a flat cargo load floor from the trunk to the front seats for carrying long items up to 6 foot 3 inches in length. Very clever. And this segment exclusive flip and fold flat rear seat system is standard on Impala LTZ and SS, and it's available on the LT. On the competition, with the rear seat backs folded down on top of the cushions, the load floor rises up towards the front and the usable pass-through opening becomes much smaller. Impala's pass-through to the trunk is now taller and wider than before. This is the first sedan that I've tested that can actually carry home a big box from a big box store. Again, very clever.
This is a feature that no other car in its segment has. We're going to be the first out there, and it's one that has received great reviews. Everyone who sees it really loves it, and I think it's going to be a real selling feature for this car.
The trunk plays its part in Impala's ability to carry larger cargo by being reshaped. It is still a generous 18.6 cubic feet in size, which is considerably larger than any of the import competitors, as well as the Chrysler 300. The trunk lid opening is also larger with a lower liftover height. Trunk details are nicely done too, a larger sill plate to protect heavy but fragile cargo like soft-sided luggage. More small item storage from the cargo net that is standard in the LT, LTZ, and SS. And even the deck lid liner has a premium appearance. All in all, it's very well thought out. Other standard storage enhancements on Impala include a pocket on the front edge of the driver's seat for parking cards or maps, a 20% larger glove box, map pockets in all doors, as well as pockets on the backs of the front seats. The new Impala also excels in another form of functionality, that being it's a great place to be entertained on long trips. Impala is the first GM vehicle to receive the all-new black tie line of audio systems. Their integrated appearance, near foolproof operation, outstanding sound quality, and look at this, a standard stereo input jack for portable music players sets them apart from the other mediocre audio systems typical of family sedans. Just plug in that MP3 player and cruise. There are 3 systems available on Impala, and all of them are feature-rich. The LS and LT include a 6-speaker AM/FM unit with single CD player. An up-level audio system, standard on LTZ and SS and available on LT, adds a host of features, such as a total of 36 station presets conveniently stored on 6 pages containing 6 presets each in any combination of AM, FM, or XM if equipped. It also adds MP3 playback, equalizer, radio data system, speed compensated volume, and XM satellite radio capability. The third system adds a 6-disc in-CD changer to the mix and is available on LT, LTZ, and SS. If a buyer wants to turn up the volume even more, there is a high-output 8-speaker Bose premium sound system standard on LTZ and available on the LT and SS. And to control it all, nice large knobs and buttons on the radio face, with redundant steering wheel controls included with the leather-wrapped steering wheel available on LT and standard on the LTZ and SS. When it comes to entertainment, Impala's audio systems offer a level of functionality and versatility that the competition can't match. They don't include an input jack for portable music players or the capability to subscribe to satellite radio without adding hardware. Impala, on the other hand, is clearly in tune with the modern family. There is much about the new 2006 Chevrolet Impala that will get the attention of people like myself that test cars for a living. Indeed, this is a family sedan with captivating performance. What really got my juices flowing and will most impress both the Impala faithful and those considering Impala for the first time is the all-new, and I might add, complete engine lineup for 2006. That includes not one, but 2 more powerful V6 engines. And of course, for the Impala SS, the latest version of the small block V8. For the technology hungry among you, I'm talking about a 5.3-liter small block all-aluminum overhead valve V8. Output is a solid 303 horsepower and 323 pound-feet of torque. Compared to last year's 3800 supercharged V6, not only does the new 5.3 small block V8 deliver 63 more horsepower and 43 more pound-feet of torque, but now 90% of the maximum torque is available at only 1500 RPM. That's barely off idle. While everyone is concerned about rising fuel prices, the new 5.3-liter V8 is way ahead of the curve with standard displacement on demand. DOD shuts off fuel flow and ignition to half the cylinders during cruising and other times of low power demand. Full power is seamlessly restored for passing or acceleration, and you're always running on all 8 cylinders when starting off.
I was skeptical when I first heard about this technology. The idea of an engine, being able to properly tune it from an engine mount perspective, to properly calibrate the transmission, is a complicated task. I have been absolutely surprised and pleased at how sweetly this system operates. I would defy you to know when that system's operating. It is really slick.
The beauty of displacement on demand is that you boost fuel economy by about 8% while maintaining uncompromised performance. I like to think of DOD as providing the power of a V8 with the economy of a V6. But the 5.3-liter small block V8 is just the engine headliner. The heart of the Impala market will still be with the V6. The standard 3.5-liter V6 is rated at 211 horsepower and 214 pound-feet of torque. That's 31 more horsepower and 9 more pound-feet of torque than the 3.4-liter it replaces. For greater performance, the new 3.9-liter V6 is rated at a healthy 240 horsepower and 242 pound-feet of torque. That's 40 added horsepower and 17 pound-feet of torque more than last year's 3.8. A big reason behind this power boost is that both V6 engines now sport advanced VVT variable valve timing technology. This not only boosts power, but also improves fuel economy while lowering exhaust emissions. Indeed, VVT makes the Impala 3.5 V6 a fuel economy leader in its class at an estimated 20 city and 32 highway miles per gallon. In common for all engines, V6 and V8 alike, is the transmission. GM Powertrain's Hydromatic 4T65E 4-speed overdrive automatic transmission is one of the smoothest shifting automatics I have ever experienced. Also common between engines, electronic throttle control, which eliminates the physical connection between the accelerator pedal and engine throttle, and in turn also eliminates any pedal lag over the entire driving range. And finally, an available full-function electronic traction control system that uses both engine throttle intervention as well as brake management to improve traction and control on slippery surfaces. Traction control is packaged with ABS brakes and is available on Impala LS and LT and standard on the LTZ and SS. Now, this feature provides a front-wheel drive car with many of the low-friction traction advantages of all-wheel drive and is easily superior to rear-wheel drive on slick roads.
The thing that our sales force should understand is that front-wheel drive is a very elegant solution for all-weather traction. A front-wheel drive car in poor weather probably has about 90% of the poor weather capability of an all-wheel drive car. The other advantage of front-wheel drive is packaging. Because we don't run a drive shaft through the center of the car and then have to package the rear axle with its large differential in the back of the car, we get more trunk space and we get more rear seating room. So there are some significant advantages to the customer to not do a rear drive car.
It doesn't take a genius to see how the new Impala outclasses the competition. The imports, Camry, Accord, and Altima, all feature small four-cylinder engines as standard on their base models. And Ford 500 and Chrysler 300 both come standard with surprisingly weak V6 engines. Chrysler 300 and its sibling, the new 2006 Dodge Charger, are the only competitors with V8 engine options, which are admittedly more powerful than Impala's small block V8. However, overall performance differences are minimal. But there is more to captivating performance than just powertrains. The Impala's unitized body structure has been extensively redesigned to make it safer and stiffer. A rigid body structure improves handling. It twists less in turns and bends less over bumps, keeping the tires in the same plane planted on the road. Handling also gets a boost from a new and also stiffer aluminum engine cradle. It better isolates engine noise and vibration, while its lighter weight leads to better fuel economy. A rigid structure helps the four-wheel independent suspension react with more precision and compliance. McPherson struts support the front, and at the rear is a tri-link coilover gas-charged strut setup. Stabilizer bars are used front and rear. But this is not a one-size-fits-all suspension. The FE1 touring suspension is standard on Impala with a V6 for a no-compromise blend of handling control and ride smoothness. While on the SS, the FE3 performance suspension provides a higher level of control and reduced body lean with the small block V8. Regardless of engine, these are the best handling Impalas ever, all while retaining the smooth, long-distance ride and comfort that the Impala nameplate is famous for. Tire size is also an important aspect of ride and control. Impala doesn't fool around here either. 16-inch all-season radials are standard with the 3.5 V6, 17-inch touring tires with the 3.9 V6, while the SS goes all the way with 18-inch W-rated high-performance tires. Indeed, when it comes to performance and handling in an affordable mid-size family sedan, no one offers the total driving experience of the 2006 Chevrolet Impala. The 2006 Chevrolet Impala is first and foremost a family sedan. That puts safety and security high on the list of concerns for prospective buyers. Well, the new Impala puts those concerns quickly to rest.
Our customers are important to us. Their safety is important to us. I've seen our Impala crashed in the crash labs. An enormous amount of work went on to create great crush zones at the rear of the car and front of the car. We've done reinforcement to the bodies. We've also done some additional reinforcement to the seats to better protect our customers. We have a better headlight system on the car, better wipers. Doesn't sound like those are safety items, but anybody that drives at night, when you can see just a little bit farther in the dark, it can provide that additional margin you need to say not hit a deer.
Whenever the discussion turns to crash safety, it's generally divided into two topics: accident avoidance features and occupant protection systems. To me, the most critical accident avoidance feature, which is also often referred to as active safety, are ABS brakes. ABS brakes help stop shorter in drive conditions and in wet conditions, eliminating wheel lockup during emergency braking. This helps the driver retain steering control so an impact can be avoided. On the Impala, ABS brakes are packaged with electronic traction control. It's available on LS and LT and standard on LTZ and SS. I highly recommend ABS for everyone. Other key accident avoidance visibility features found on the new Impala include new headlamps with a 4-bulb high beam configuration for better nighttime illumination. Daytime running lights are also standard on all Impalas to ensure that other drivers can see you. High-intensity halogen projector beam fog lamps are standard on LTZ and SS and available on LT. And a new flat blade windshield wiper system for more consistent pressure on the windshield to minimize streaking and wind lift. Occupant protection systems might also be referred to as passive safety, since they work without driver involvement. The Impala has a full quotient here too. In fact, Chevrolet expects the Impala to attain 4- and 5-star ratings in the government crash test. Occupant protection begins with a strong, energy-absorbing safety cage body structure that is designed to channel crash energy away from the occupants. This safety cage has been strengthened and reinforced this year and includes several unique structural features. A door-to-body interlock reduces the likelihood of the door opening during severe side impacts or rollover situations, thereby reducing the possibility that an occupant could be thrown from the vehicle. Also, cross-car structure tubes located under the front seats help to transfer side impact energy under the passenger compartment to the other side of the vehicle. Shown here are Impala seats with and without the underseat tubes after a crash test. Which one would you rather sit in? Additional occupant protection measures include dual-stage front seat airbags that deploy at the rate that is most appropriate to protect the occupants. Front passenger sensing system that turns the airbag off if the seat is occupied by a child or small adult. Front seat outboard safety belt pretensioners that automatically activate to remove belt slack and keep the occupants upright in the proper position for the airbags to do their life-saving job. And here's a big one. Side curtain airbags are standard on every Impala. Unlike some designs, the Impala system extends all the way down to the bottom of the door glass so it can protect the widest range of occupant sizes. Reducing head injury is also why Impala engineers place energy-absorbing materials in the pillars and along the roof rails. And to make protecting small children easier, every Impala is equipped with the latch system to easily and properly install child seats. Rear child security locks are also standard. Personal security is also a concern for many buyers. They want the peace of mind that comes from knowing the designers understand and anticipate their worries. To that end, the Impala is also loaded with personal security extras. Most important to me is the new advanced automatic crash notification system that is part of OnStar communications on every Impala. If vehicle sensors detect that a potentially severe accident has occurred, regardless of whether or not an airbag is deployed, AACN automatically notifies OnStar and an emergency services provider is dispatched if you need assistance.
The icing on the cake of this safety is also OnStar. If the vehicle has an accident, the OnStar operator is alerted and you can get help right away. And particularly in a very serious accident, those minutes count. And the advantage of having an OnStar system, help comes right away. They know exactly where you're at. You don't even have to tell them.
Additionally, Passkey 3 Plus anti-theft system with engine immobilizer is included on every Impala. And a new tire pressure monitoring system is standard on LTZ and SS and available on LT. Sensors in each tire monitor pressure and alert the driver when it's low. So how does the competition stack up against Impala for safety and security? While side curtain airbags are found on every Impala, they cost hundreds of dollars extra on Toyota Camry, Nissan Altima, Ford 500, Chrysler 300, and Dodge Charger. Of Impala's main rivals, only the Honda Accord has them standard. However, the Impala's available tire pressure monitoring system will not be found on any Accord, Camry, Altima, or 500. And of course, no competitor offers the personal security delivered by OnStar, now with advanced automatic crash notification. That's a peace of mind advantage that every Impala will deliver every day. The price of admission, just to be considered for purchase, can be summed up in 3 words: quality, reliability, and durability. A new car represents a big outlay in the family budget, and Chevrolet has long been a name that buyers can depend upon.
They're going to see that there's a whole new attitude here at General Motors about building fine product. You know, the body gaps are close, the paint is laid on smooth, they handle precisely. There's great power levels, high fuel efficiency. There's a recognition here that it really, at the end of the day, it's all about the product. I think that that's the message. Our vehicles are the message. They're well made, they're durable and reliable, and I think that when customers look at them, that quality will be obvious to them.
The new Impala was engineered and tested using the latest in computer-aided design and evaluation, and then subjected to countless hours and miles of actual road testing at GM's own proving grounds, the most extensive in the world. All Impalas are assembled at the Oshawa Manufacturing Complex, one of the most modern vehicle manufacturing facilities in North America, and an industry benchmark in efficiency and quality. Oshawa incorporates many state-of-the-art inspection processes, such as laser inspection, light curtains to prevent the installation of an improper part, smart tools that monitor torque rates to ensure proper component installation, plant-wide vision systems to ensure quality inspection, and computer storage of all quality inspection data for fast problem resolution. Once assembled, about 160 operating checks are made of each vehicle before it leaves the plant. And lastly, the final customer acceptance review evaluation, or CARE, makes sure that all exterior, interior, and electrical features are 100% inspected. As proof of the success of these efforts, vehicles built at Oshawa have won at least one quality award from J.D. Power and Associates each year since 1999. And the Impala has received a Consumer Reports Buy recommendation for 5 years running. An important aspect of perceived quality is the noise, vibration, and harshness levels inside the vehicle. Impala designers wanted the interior to be a serenely quiet environment, and to do so, it's always best to eliminate noise at the source. To that end, the new Impala has 0 dB outside mirrors. Make quiet mirrors and you don't have to add band-aids like heavy laminated side glass. Flat blade windshield wipers that also generate less wind noise. No radio antenna wind noise. It's now a grid in the rear window. a new quieter wind deflector for the sunroof, acoustic engine covers with sound deadening foam, and large volume exhaust on the V8, carefully tuned for quiet operation with displacement on demand. But where noise is inevitable, state-of-the-art materials have been added to stop the intrusion. For example, the front of dash panel is made from quiet steel, consisting of an elastic sound deadening material laminated between layers of steel to absorb noise and vibration. The difference from traditional steel is obvious.
And I'm just going to drop this here so you can hear what this sounds like. So you can hear it. Obviously, it transmits a lot of noise. Here's another example. So obviously, this transmits noise. This is what our competitors use. What we're using is this quiet steel. Again, 2 layers of steel with a sound deadening material in between. I'm going to drop it, and you can hear it hardly transmits any noise. It's a phenomenal achievement in terms of technology.
Powertrain reliability and durability are also critical to long-term owner satisfaction. All Impala powertrain components have to stand up to at least 150,000 miles of actual road testing, and the major parts of the new small block V8 were validated for 200,000 miles. While most competitors use platinum-tipped spark plugs, Impala uses iridium-tipped plugs that have improved self-cleaning properties so that they can maintain optimum spark over their 100,000-mile life. All of this enormous effort by engineers and those on the assembly line has but one lofty goal in mind: to make the 2006 Chevrolet Impala the most trouble-free car in its segment, with quality, reliability, and durability that is second to none. Technology in a car has to be rooted in practicality, with a direct feature-benefit relationship. Well, the 2006 Chevrolet Impala is loaded with practical technology, so much so that buyers will wonder how they got along without it before. For instance, the Impala's standard driver information center. Integrated into the speedometer, it displays up to 53 different warnings and alerts in 2 lines of text. It also includes basic trip computer functions like average economy and speed, and has a vital oil life index. On all but the LS, the DIC also includes an outside temperature display, as well as a handy compass. It's a navigational aid that everyone can use. An advanced tire pressure monitor system displayed through the DIC is standard on the LTZ and SS and available on the LT. The DIC is also used for vehicle personalization functions such as display language, auto door unlock mode, remote door lock and unlock modes, exit and approach lighting, and the loudness of vehicle chimes. A DIC with trip computer, especially one that includes a compass and outside temperature display, is either not available on rivals or included only with their higher trim levels. The DIC is also where you enable the Impala's available remote vehicle start feature. Being able to remote start a car on a cold morning or blistering hot afternoon from inside your home or office up to 200 feet away and bring the interior to a normal temperature is a convenience that once you use it, you will never want to be without. Impala's factory-installed remote vehicle start feature is another non-starter for direct competitors. It provides added security over aftermarket systems because it is designed to work with the anti-theft engine immobilizer system. Speaking of security, let's talk about enhancements made to the Impala's standard OnStar system. All Impalas come with OnStar and the new advanced automatic crash notification feature. It alerts OnStar if a potentially severe accident occurs, regardless of whether or not an airbag is deployed, and that includes rollovers. OnStar also has improved multilingual voice recognition in English, French, and Spanish. Plus, voice dialing is improved. You can speak the phone number naturally rather than one digit at a time. And of course, OnStar continues to offer all of its numerous other features and services. Add up all of these driver-oriented electronics, plus sophisticated powertrain systems such as displacement on demand and variable valve timing, plus advanced safety and security features like the safety cage refinements, anti-lock brakes, and passkey 3, plus state-of-the-art audio systems that include features such as an auxiliary input jack and available XM satellite radio, and it's clear the new Impala has a technology edge over rivals. When it comes to practical, user-friendly, and potentially life-saving technology, Impala takes a backseat to no one.
Value means different things to different people. But with 4 trim levels, Impala is certain to strike a chord with a wide range of customers. LS is the well-equipped entry-level Impala, offering an incredibly high level of standard features at a great price. LT is the highest volume Impala model, available with 3 preferred equipment groups. These provide additional features over the LS, culminating with the 3LT that adds the 3.9-liter V6, 17-inch wheels and tires, ABS, traction control, and more. Moving up from the 3LT, customers can choose to go toward either premium or performance. LTZ is the premium Impala with the most extensive list of standard features, featuring additional luxury items. On the other hand, Impala SS delivers the ultimate in performance, with the return of the small block V8. Beyond standard features, Impala can be equipped with available options to exactly match your customer's needs. Refer to your details book or the Impala ordering guide for availability information. Regardless of which Impala customers choose or how it's configured, what they all get is traditional Chevrolet value.
If you look at the base vehicle on the Impala with the tight gaps and the flushness and the wood grain that we've added standard on a base car, it does not really look like a base car. And what the Impala customer has always looked for is something that was more than expected, and we've done that with this new Impala.
Chevrolet has always been about value, and the new Impala, we made sure that a customer dollar was going absolutely as far as it could. Value isn't about a cheap car. Value is about a car that when you spend $1, you feel like you got something that was really worth it. There's nothing missing. The car is a really attractive vehicle. In my mind, Chevrolet is the heart of General Motors. It is our value division, and I think as sales consultants drive these new Chevys, Impala, Monte Carlo, and HHR, they're going to see that there's a whole new attitude here at General Motors about building fine product.
It's important to realize that value is not just about price. You've got to look at the entire vehicle package and all that it has to offer for that price. Taken as a whole, Impala is clearly ahead of the competition when it comes to value. V6 power and efficiency. Impala's V6 engines with VVT deliver great low-end torque for quick and responsive acceleration, which is further complemented by excellent fuel economy. In fact, the 3.5-liter V6 is the fuel economy leader in its class. High-performance option. Impala SS comes equipped with a heart-pounding small block V8 that delivers a level of performance not found on most competitors. Interior roominess and comfort. None of Impala's primary competitors offer a front bench seat for 6-passenger seating. Additionally, Impala has more rear seat, shoulder, and hip room for greater comfort when seating adult passengers 3 across. Cargo capacity and versatility. Impala has one of the largest trunks among its competitors, now with a wider and easier to use pass-through opening. The segment-exclusive flip and fold flat rear seats offer additional versatility that no competitor can match. Beyond its unique combination of captivating performance, unparalleled comfort, and unique versatility, Impala offers more features and extra amenities compared to many of the competitors, like a factory-installed remote vehicle start system, auxiliary audio input jack, driver information center with trip computer and available compass and outside temperature displays, technological innovations such as OnStar with advanced automatic crash notification, comprehensive safety features including standard side curtain airbags. All this and more adds up to a new Impala that embodies traditional Chevrolet value that the competition simply can't match.